Look, we've missed the point. This saga of Plato and his teacher, Socrates, is yet again the ancient wisdom. The God-man who sacrificed himself for the true religion of truth, wisdom. You know, the Theosophist's dream. There's no religion that can compare to the truth. Or if you like, truth is the only true and valid religion. He dies for truth, because truth is what rescues us. And Plato, of course, is the St. Paul, isn't he? I mean, this is way, I don't know, 600s BC. He goes around. It's closer to the New Testament than you think. Let me show you this a moment. Pythagoras spends 20 years in Egypt, comes back to Athens, in Greece, walks around with a gold crown on his head, dressed in white, known for miracles and cures and healings, you know. Not your modern mathematician at the university. Bit different. Brings the ancient wisdom of Egypt to Greece. The very essence of the mystery cults to flourish. Plato and Socrates are the application of the mystery cult to science. Well, as far as science had got at the day, but I mean the Greeks were into philosophy and analysis and not being hoodwinked, if you like. So we have Socrates, the great teacher who comes to earth, and we have Plato, which is St. Paul, of course, to be. Gives you all the theology, writes it all up, conversations, the lot. Now, when I say it's a close call on what was to be the New Testament, I mean as is in the New Testament, not as in Christianity. Paul isn't referring to Jesus, he's referring to the Christ. And that's more like the teacher of righteousness than anything else. Who's, like the Nazarene, or rather the Essenes, teacher of righteousness who dies for truth and righteousness. Well, the two are much the same in theosophy, if you like. You go back to Plato. He ascribes to his teacher his values, the philosophy, theology that he has. Except we don't recognize it as a theology when it comes to putting this ancient wisdom into the Greek mind. They're worshipping sophistry, ability with words. They're worshipping wisdom, philosophy. Oh, well, Plato's master imaginary, is that. And he died for the people, of course. He was told to commit suicide because he was, in the view of the authorities, corrupting the youth. In other words, he was opening their mind to truth and reality. He died for truth, you see. He's Jesus. If you're going backwards, or if you're going forwards, it's the ancient Egyptian story. We're talking of Horus again, from ancient Egypt. Plato. Jesus. I mean Horus. No, I mean Socrates. It's the ancient wisdom, manufactured yet again for a particular people, a particular culture. Just like Mithras. Is it for the Persians, people? Who would have guessed that the science, the cult, the scientific cult that we now have ruling our educational establishments is also founded upon the Greek mystery cult. Plato talking about his teacher, Socrates. 400 BC, or Paul sorting out what he thinks the teaching of the teacher of righteousness, the Christ, within you must be. And what is the Christ within you? It's the truth, of course. What could be more accurate then than Greek philosophy of Plato and Socrates and so on? The Spirit of truth. Holy Spirit. It's just different jargon if I say Holy Spirit. If I say the truth, oh yes. If I call that Spirit and I say it's holy, it's undefiled, it's pure, faithful and true. Ah, all right. What we call scientific philosophy is birthed here in ancient Greece. Pythagoras, yet again, mathematician. Can't be bad, can it? How much more academic could you get than that? Plato, master of reason and logic. And Socrates, his noble teacher in the pursuit of truth, even gives his life for it. Haven't I heard this story before somewhere? Wow, thank you, Dad.